Why do the tribes that live in the jungle have less stress than the tribes that live in the inner city?
That's a $1 million quote.
In the chapter of misery, everything is made complicated by devices, right? So all of the technology and the advances of technology is sacrificing of your peace, your inner peace, because it's all being expressed as technological advancements, outer peace, right? But when you stop looking for outer peace and start searching for inner peace, now you're looking for the inner God, because that's the only one can tell you where it's at. And that's how you really win the game. The inner God in you gonna make you do what Brother Rich doing or what Ryan Hayes doing in your lane. That's gonna make you the most effective in turning over the system. Everybody got their own lane. Everybody ain't supposed to do what Rich doing. You perfectly engineered to be perfectly you. As long as you be you, you'll be perfect. Right?
I like that saying.
You're not engineered to be nobody else.
Yeah.
We all got a job, and our job is to be our best self first. If you don't be your best self first, you can't help nobody else. Right? And that's why the 5%ers work is the hardest, because they always start off with the self-work. They work from the inside out. The rest of the world is working on the outside, trying to figure out how to find peace within. Right? But the 5%ers is the pauper gods that ain't playing in the game, trying to find out how to change the game. So they take on all the suffering that the chapter of misery has to offer. And the more powerful they are, the more suffering they take on. When we see them, it's played out in the 3D. They bums, hobos, homeless, they destitute. They was millionaires that went broke and lost their mind, right? They didn't go broke and lose their mind. They found their mind and went sane and gave up their pursuit.
Right conditions are set. The mother and the father are eating properly, and the father has to nurture the mother, or else his emotional growth and development is hampered forever. These are things required by nature, you see. So that has to occur, and they're eating properly, and they're doing things, you know, he's nurturing her, writing her poems, walking with her, singing to her, massaging her. All these things are supposed to be done to set up them on the right frequency to nurture the child. That's part of his growth and development, emotionally get ready for the child. He has to do this. So, and that's not done, then the child is dysfunctional forever. This is the way nature plays these rules. So what they're doing is using this infantilism. They know that sugar is associated with love and affection. They know that smoothie tasting food is associated with nurturing, or the inability to receive the proper nurturing. The junk food industry has junked the emotions, so they know how to pimp off the junk that they have done. So they actually make you dysfunctional, and then they profit off your dysfunctionality. Right. That's why a lot of people like creamy ice cream at night, because they lack nurturing. They want to chew on something because they're trying to release the tension and stress. They want to crunch something because they're frustrated. They want salt because they anger. They want sugar because they lack love and affection.
Yeah, man. You see this shit? This shit exclusive, man. Ain't nobody eat like this, man. Ain't nobody eat like this, man.
On Larry's birthday. On Larry who's birthday? Yeah, how I do it for Larry G.
One that wrote the hook.
So what?
La, 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 wait till I get my money, right? La, 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 then you can't tell me nothing, right? I'm the hook writer. I wrote that hook. And right after I wrote it, I got kicked out of the studio. And
what was you doing? Some ratchet shit?
No, I wrote it. Right after I wrote it, I wasn't allowed in the studio, and I never even knew that it was
so they just said, yo, this is the greatest hook of all time.
No, they never said that. I forgot that I wrote that hook, but I know I wrote it. I left it written in my notebook, and when I went back, I went to the bathroom to go use the bathroom. When I came back, he said I couldn't come back in. So I was like, let me get my notebook and let me get my instrumentals, because I had like a stack of instrumentals in there, and they said no, I couldn't go back in there. I had a big fight with a fucking 6-foot dude named Bang, a producer that worked in that studio up there in Union City on 42nd.
Bang produced that record?
I don't remember the name of the
I know Bang. I actually know Bang. He's down with Bang. That's Cameron Cousin.
No, I don't know who he's with or what. I know he got locked up in Atlantic City. I don't know what happened. But I wrote that.
So what does Timmy G?
In 15 years, however the fuck long it's gonna be, that Trey Songz doc is gonna be crazier than the R. Kelly one. Trey Songz is the most nasty, abusive, rapey, beats the shit out of women. Like, he is the scum of the fucking earth. Trey Songz is fucking disgusting. Like, his doc is going to surpass, if you ever thought you could surpass an R. Kelly doc, I promise you in 15 years, Trey Songz, his doc will. He's an awful human being. Like a terrible, terrible fucking human being.
Santa Claus.
And somebody is going to knock him the fuck out.
It sounds like you know who that somebody is, quiet. Yeah.
This isn't one story. This is personal that I know with, I'm not even exaggerating. Close to 15 to 20 women, all with the exact same experience that I know not to be liars at all. Trey Songz was cleared. What is Rory talking about? His charges were cleared. I'm not talking about the charges that he was charged with. It's not what I'm talking about. I have no idea who the fuck charged him for that shit. I'm talking about my personal experience with women that I know personally. He's an awful human being.
I mean, at this moment in time, man, like, it's pretty cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? They got the information out there. It's in the public domain. So at this moment in time, if you don't know who you are genetically, you're going to, eventually you're going to destroy yourself.
Greatness that we don't see in any other race on the planet. These curvy, sexy black women from Africa. You girls have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection, and we want some of that.
See, like, the movie Get Out wasn't lying. Like I said, man, they need your genetics. Why do they need your anatomy? Why they have to tell you? Why they got to keep your history so secret? Why they got to keep your DNA so secret? Why they got to hide everything on the planet? Because, like I said, it's only conducive to their system to keep you outside of knowing who you really are. You know what I'm saying?
So, girls, for $100, we pay you for your egg.
Nigga, $100.
Mind you, these are billionaires willing to give black women their, buy their stem cells for $100. These women are willing to trade in their divinity for, crumbs, basically. Because you got to understand that the stem cells of the black woman has prokaryotic cells, meaning that she is able to regenerate because she has immortalized cell lines, right? So when you're talking about the ovate cell inside the black woman's womb, right? The ovate cell contains a certain amount of stem cells to where the black woman is already born with her children, right? She's already born with her potential children inside of her womb. So now you can kind of see why they want to do this switching of the sexes and things of that nature, where they could take and extract the black woman's womb and put it inside of another person's body. You see what I'm saying? Because I told you, it's all about genetical self-preservation. So now listen to what else he's saying.
Placenta, God, he gave you a period blood. It's so rich with stem cells.
He said your period blood is so rich with stem cells. Like I told you, your organs is a lot more vital than everybody else's on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Because you are descendants of those extraterrestrials who came from outside of that ice wall, right? But like I said,
look how uncomfortable they is.
Like, everything is going to be revealed in the future. I'm gonna keep playing the video.
If you had waste, then it actually should be intentionally be captured as recycled, and it should go waste. It's life for somebody else. It's life for mankind.
He said it's life for mankind. Understand? I told you there's a difference between man and mankind. Even when you look at Revelations, not Revelation, but in the book of Genesis, it talks about man and mankind. Those are two different species.
Best days are 60 to 18 years old. Those are the best days. You know what I mean? Because we can pay out 16. So you may not be cloning yourself with the idea of making yourself mortal, I think, is science fiction, and I think that's unethical. They've already tested this practice
like I told you,
and also fat, and Mox got six pack, and he was jumping all over me. Young, right? At first it's just a little bit safe, and after that, the young.
Like I said, you got the gamma radiation hitting the planet right now. You got gamma radiation.
That was my movie for this one. Now, R. Kelly said that everybody had the package. Right? R. Kelly said everybody had HIV in his last big time video, Trapped in the Closet. Okay? Right? When he said that everybody had the package, I'm going to say it like I said in the interview, they took everything from him. They took his family. They took everything. Even his rights to Illuminatically, rape people and all kinds of shit. They told all his business. They did everything, tore all his shit down. Now he's in jail. I'm waiting, nigga. I'm waiting. Granny, you got AIDS. Granny. Beyonce is my granny. Helen Bradford. Yeah.
I just want to tell you are too handsome not to be smiling. There you go. All right. Enjoy your day. Hey, how you doing? I know you're working hard, but you should be smiling. You hear me? Yeah. You a handsome young man, and you should know you're a king. Appreciate it. No problem. Hey, King, how you doing? Oh, hold on. Give me a second of your time. I just wanted to tell you that you are way too handsome to not be smiling. Okay? No problem. God bless you. Happy holidays. How you doing, King? I just wanted to tell you you are way too handsome not to be smiling. Go ahead, give me a little. There you go. All right. And God bless you. Okay, I love you. How you doing, King? I just wanted to let you know that you are so handsome and you should be smiling.
Thank you.
No problem. Hey, how are you, King? You look nice. I'm loving you from head to toe. I wanted to tell you to smile, but you already got that covered already. You are too handsome. But I do love you, though, and I want to let you know you appreciate it. King. Hi, how are you, King? I was just stopping to say you should be smiling.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, all the time, because you are appreciated. You hear me? Absolutely. All right. God bless you. That's your lady over there? Tell her I ain't saying nothing bad. I'm a lesbian. I don't want you, but I do want to let my kings know they appreciate it. I say I don't want them. I'm a lesbian now. That's your brother? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, why you ain't say that? You got me all nervous and stuff. I ain't got time. I can be fighting nobody now. But y'all take care. I love y'all.
See people getting sick around you, it's not because you coughed on them, which I'm going to prove shortly. It's not because you coughed on them. Okay, it's because they're in an environment that is intoxicated. All right, they are intoxicated by a toxic environment and they are having a certain reaction.
Know that the U.S. was found guilty for genocide? Let's go through this together. A distinguished panel of 9 international jurors has released its detailed final verdict finding the United States guilty of genocide against Black, brown, and indigenous people, y'all. The 46-page document builds on the historic legal and political precedents represented by previous findings such as Civil Rights Congress 1951. We charge genocide. Now let's skip down, which found that the recent spate of police shootings of civilians constitute crimes against humanity. They was found guilty. After having heard the testimony of numerous victims of police racism, hypermass incarcerations, environmental racism, public health inequities, and of political prisoners. Now let's skip down. The U.S. and its subdivisions guilty of all 5 counts read the verdict. We find that acts of genocide have been committed. Besides forbidding mass murders, the convention also outlaws causing serious bodily and mental harm to members of the group and deliberately inflicting on the group conditions of life calculated to bring about its physical destruction in whole or in part. I thought we all had equal opportunities here, though. What happened to the equal opportunities people that we just want to be lazy? We just want to blame the government. That was found guilty on everything we've been saying. They also noted both historically and today the consistency of broken treaties between the U.S. government and Native people. Y'all, it's time.
Kobe Bryant is with the ancestors now. And the reason Kobe Bryant is with the ancestors now is because Kobe Bryant was about to start his own professional basketball league headquartered in China. The American white power structure couldn't allow that. China is America's #1 competitor. They couldn't have Kobe Bryant going to China, starting a professional basketball league, competing with the American league. Kobe Bryant was also ending his contract with Nike, and he was starting his own player-owned sneaker brand. America couldn't let Kobe come up with another sneaker brand that would compete with the #1 sneaker brand in America. That's why the helicopter went down. Kobe Bryant was murdered. It was not an accident. And they made LeBron James wear his number on his sneakers the night before while LeBron James played in Kobe Bryant's hometown of Philadelphia. Why is Michael Jackson dead? Michael Jackson is dead because he owned half of Sony Records. He owned all of the Beatles catalog, a portion of Elvis's music, and they wanted the Beatles music back. Michael Jackson wouldn't sell it to him. Michael Jackson was in negotiations to purchase Marvel Studios, brothers and sisters. Marvel. That's Black Panther, that's the Xfinity Wars. Michael Jackson was going to buy it up. And soon when Michael Jackson tried to buy Marvel Studios, he got hit with the pedophilia accusations. Why is Whitney Houston dead? Whitney Houston is dead because Whitney Houston was about to order an audit on her earnings, her royalties. She also wanted her masters back in her publishing. So she died of a so-called drowning in the tub, same way Jimi Hendrix died, best guitar player in the history of mankind, and he was murdered because his agent was a secret MI6 officer for British intelligence, and Jimi Hendrix was going to finance the Black Panther Party, so they had to kill him. And Sam Cooke had to die. First black man to own his own masters in the music industry. He was close friends with Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, and Dr. King, and he told Dr. King and Malcolm X that once they come together and stop fighting, Sam Cooke was going to finance the civil rights movement himself. R. Kelly might very well be guilty of the accusations. I don't know, I wasn't there. But that's not why he's in jail. R. Kelly is in jail because a certain music company, who I'm not going to mention right now, started stealing R. Kelly's masters and playing his unpublished music without his permission. And once R. Kelly started questioning getting his masters back in control of his publishing, he ends up in jail for a crime he's been committing since he was a teenager. Why was Bill Cosby in jail? Bill Cosby was in jail because Bill Cosby, him and his wife Camille, owned a home in Massachusetts under which there was some oil. And the second largest oil company in the world wanted to drill under the home of Bill and Camille Cosby in Massachusetts. And when Bill and Camille Cosby said, "You're not drilling under this house," and they organized all their neighbors so they wouldn't let none of them drill, next thing you know, he gets accused of 50 old women who say he molested them 30, 40 years ago. Now, I don't trivialize sexual violence against women, but guess what? There's not a white woman on the planet Earth who gets sexually abused by a black man in his prime. In the 1970s, Bill Cosby was the #1 black television personality in the world. He's the first black man to have his own miniseries on television. The Cosby Show is the #1 ranked black sitcom of all time. And Bill Cosby sexually harassed you in 1970 when you was young and beautiful, but you wait till you old and nasty in your 50s and 60s before you tell somebody about it? Bill Cosby went to jail because he didn't want to give up the house so they can get the oil. Why am I bringing this up? You got to read and study, and you don't just take what people tell you to be true. Develop your own mindset. You ain't even got to take what I say to be true. Go on and research it and find it out for yourself.
I'm just at the airport, right?
And I zoom in. What the fuck? 2 moons in the sky? Huh?
2 moons. Miami sky. 3:24.
See this moon right here. It's the fucking moon right there. And then I'm gonna go this side. And then it's the moon right here. Look at this.
There it is, there it is. There it is. Holy shit.
Murderer, you ain't going nowhere. You better fear death. Because this your last life. You ain't coming back. This means that they will dissipate. They will fade into existence. They will fade out. It ain't gonna be no, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna eventually fade away. You can't go to the new worlds as a murderer. You can't. You don't have to be dead to even be stuck in the astral realm. Okay? People can literally lose track of themselves because they don't have their spiritual guide. They're not tuned in with their spiritual guide. They don't actually project it. And that's how you get those people that's just sitting like vegetables. Because their consciousness is tuned in elsewhere. So you don't physically, you know what I'm saying? Your skin don't have to die to be stuck in a certain state, you know what I'm saying?
You know how they wanted to wipe down like the indigenous people in their history?
Right.
Well, they did it before, which is why it was so natural for them to do it to the indigenous. But the Tartarians were also their own people, like their own culture.
But you're saying Putin was trying to release what's behind the ice wall.
To tell us about the Tartarians. He wants to teach us about a lost history, he says. Supposedly.
No,
I don't know if it's true or not.
with everything that I'm saying though, they live behind the ice wall, that map. That's what's behind the other side of the ice wall. According to Putin.
But there's so much. Like, you have to read it. You have to look into it. Like, I really can't go back.
You really can't go into the website?
Oh, it's called Yandex.
Yandex. Let me see. And that's what it looks like, y'all. There you go. Yep, that's definitely it. Yandex. There y'all go. Y'all have nothing to do. Google that. And everybody's gonna Google what? Targaryen's Empire?
Oh, yeah. You can go to Google and on Google too, but you won't get it.
Alright, so you heard that.
You go to Yandex and search up that through there and it pulls up.
Now, I'm not saying it's real whatsoever, right? But could there be a possibility that that's the way it looks on the other side of that ice wall in Antarctica? Now, to me, if there's not anything on the other side of that ice wall, why do they guard it so much? Why is it not allowed to just explore and go out there and just see for ourselves what's over there? Why is it guarded so much? Now, like I said before, I'm not saying this is real, but look at all the intricate details. Look at this city. Now, I know there's a lot of maps that do talk about cities underneath the ice caps and even on the other side of these ice caps. And there's even maps out there, which I am going to show one. So could these maps show beyond the ice wall? And also, are there passages where you could get beyond the ice barrier as well? So let me know what you think about Antarctica. And if there was an exploration that you could get on, would you go to Antarctica?
لماذا جعلوا الأرض كروية؟ احنا راح نتكلم في حدود معينة، هو حدود العلم. إذا قلنا أن الأرض كروية، فالكرة معروفة حدودها ومعروفة قاراتها وخلاص محدودة. لكن عندما نقول أن الأرض عظيمة ممتدة وحدودنا التي علمنا هي هذه القارات، لكن هل هناك غيرنا؟ نعم، هناك غيرنا في هذه الأرض الذي يسمونه القطب الجنوبي. لا يوجد شيء اسمه قطب جنوبي، بل هو جوانب الأرض. ما بعد الجليد توجد بوابة عظيمة جدا الدول العظمى على علم بها، والبوابة تطل على أرض أخرى هي حضارات أخرى، منها يمتلك وللعلم البترول اللي هو النفط الخام، الكرود أويل موجود في أراضينا، هو أنهار عنده، هو بالنسبة لهم أنهار تجري يدخل في تحت الأرض وفي بطن الأرض حتى يصل إلى أراضينا. ليس البترول هي بقايا حيوانات أو عظام أو ديناصورات من الخرافات اللي الناس صدقتها، كلها بقايا نباتات قليلة جدا. لا، البترول أنهار في أرضهم تجري حتى تدخل في بطن الأرض إلى أرضنا. واضح؟
If we came from Africa, why the fuck them Africans ain't never heard that story then? Till they got to America, nigga. If you an African American, what African connect with you? They don't know your ass, nigga. You ain't never been over there, nigga. They don't know you till they got over here, nigga. Nigga, if we really came from Africa, nigga, they would have hopped on them ships and came over here and got our ass a long time ago, nigga. Them Africans ain't no bitches, nigga. Y'all got them fucked up, nigga. They us. Them carbonated beings like us. What you talking about? That we all one species. We all suffer. You get what I'm saying? They attacked us all. But I'm saying real shit, nigga. Nigga, you really think, nigga, they just pulled up with ships, nigga, and started grabbing niggas? Niggas boarding niggas. Niggas on chains going. Remember the pictures they showed you? Come on, we grown now, y'all. Let's break past the bullshit, nigga. Remember the pictures and shit they showed you in grammar school? Niggas like this. I can believe that. But now niggas, anklets, niggas by the neck, nigga, by the thousands. You see ships, you see one nigga, and you got, hold on. You see niggas like this. Tinkering past. And you see these motherfuckers with a whip. One rifle. So you telling me 20 white motherfuckers on 5 ships with 3.5 rifles and 2 whips. 2 whips, nigga. Conquered, nigga, 20,000 black motherfuckers, nigga. You believe that? You believe that, nigga? Go look at the pictures, nigga. It's a few good men out there, nigga. Like they say, it's a few white men. Good man meaning the humans. It's a few good men in the motherfucking pictures, nigga. We about 1,000s, nigga, like this, nigga. You know what I'm saying, nigga? It's a few of they ass with a nigga. You think we really was going like that? Come on, man. Please, nigga. We would have fucked them up out there, nigga. And they ain't never. Then they kept doubling back, grabbing niggas. Come on, man. They kept. So y'all went and grabbed a bunch of us, went across the American nigga. Still, hold on. Y'all want us to believe this shit about y'all had us laying at the bottom of the ship like this, nigga? Niggas was pissing the shit for 6 months? That's the type of shit, man, I didn't walk out the crib on y'all ass. Feel me? Come on, man. Literally. So we ain't gonna grow up. We ain't gonna grow up, y'all. We ain't gonna grow up.
In America, people say that Wida means Judah from the Bible. Is there any truth to that? Is there any truth, like as a tribe outside of the phone called Hebrew Israelites, have they ever came or settled here in Wida and called it Judah, but then changed the name back to Wida? Is there any truth to that?
I think now that is nonsense. Because we have nothing like Judah in our face. But when we hear Wida, you know, Wida even the real name is Wida. Wida. Because the people who are living here in the former time are Wida.
Okay.
Who speak Wida.
Okay.
Now, when the settlers came, I mean the Europeans, talking about the French people, Portuguese, we have also American, we have different Wida. Right. French people say Wida. And Portuguese say Juda. And other people say Wida. Right. So we have different spelling according to their marginal tongue. Okay. The marginal tongue of the settlers. Okay. So we, the real name of our city is the Wida. 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 Okay. Wida. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So you never heard of, and you can ask this to the elder. Yeah. Has the elder ever heard of a tribe called the Hebrew Israelites settling here in Wida and calling it Judah at one time? You know, they are surprised that they have never heard that name. Here. And that's why I'm doing this, because there's a lot of misinformation and lies being spread in America. Okay. So we want to get the record straight and the facts. They are already wrong. Okay. Nobody knows about Judah here. Okay. When you go in religion like Christianity, you may hear of those neighbors. In our tradition, there's no name, no king, nobody has been Judah here. Okay. Yeah. In our tradition, there's no name, no king, nobody has been Judah here. Okay.
We know who we are. The reason we were built here, I remember I was told very young, the reason a certain population was brought to North America, because they intended to reestablish Kemet. In fact, they brought the Kemetians here to help them recreate Kemet so that they could be at the zenith that they want to be at. They'll never get there spiritually.
Absolutely, the system and the civilization that we live under here in America is almost reciprocal of the late modern day Kemet, or I should say Egypt. When you deal with pre-dynastic Kemet, it didn't look like that. They corrupted pre-dynastic Kemet to create the civilization that we live in today, which we call America. And all of the civilizations around the world is a direct a mockery, and a horrible one of that, of what Kemet used to be.
For anyone walking around going, I'm a chosen person, and there's a magic sky daddy with a wand granting me the power over these people and granting me to be able to slaughter these people in his name, it's always a man. Never forget, it's always a man. Don't ever call God a woman. Never forget. Won't he do it? He's always a man. He's always a gender. He's always got a magic wand too, so you better be careful of what you say and what you do, because he's ready to zap you. All right? This is what we're going through. That's why this planet is run like a giant bachelor pad, because we always give toxic male energy. It's a fact. It's an absolute fact. When you go to those regions of the world, you see that women are heavily oppressed, and you see the absence of the divine feminine. And that's why those third world countries look like that. They look like that not because they're third world. They look like that because there's no feminine input. There is no divine feminine. It's been wiped out. It's been oppressed. And so what you see there is a bachelor pad. Everything's one color. Everything's dirty, nasty, breaking down. Garbage in the street, plastics all over the place, just a mess. It's an absolute mess. Everything's turned to dust, blowing buildings up, blowing up people, blowing up, killing everything. And believing in these fairy tales and these fantasies. My God is better than your God. That's the mindset of the chosen people. Of chosen.